About to do this seal pan. I gotta reflash this door. It's not really, I mean, I guess it kind of flashed. But I gotta redo it. Take all this off. And we'll put a seal pan in here. Alright, all the flashing's gone. All the old flashing. I hit in all the staples, all the nails. I had to add this. I wasn't sure about the roofers or what they were gonna do. So I just waited to add this in, and it's cedar 2x8 that I ripped down to 2x6.5 or 1.5 by 6.5, and then now I'm going to flash it, and then I'm gonna put my seal pan on top of that. So I'm not going to record the whole process, but make sure you have a good level. I'm going to use these Cedar shims so that I can shim it forward because it's actually tilting back right now. So tilting back. So I'll lay all my shims. Now we're tilting forward just a hair. So we need to lower that side. So you do that so that you are actually level and you are tilted to the outside. You don't have to be extremely tilted, just a little bit. Alright, we got the threshold spacer here for a door. Basically just a door spacer. And this is cedar, like I mentioned before, 100% cedar. Well, obviously 100%. But cedar doesn't warp or twist as much and doesn't decay, absorb water, and expand and contract a lot. So cedar is the definite choice to use. As you see, perfectly level, good level. Stabila, of course. We have it tilted to the outside just a bit, so I use shims. I did glue this down with polyurethane, and that's all it's going to be. It's going to be glued down only. As you can see, I have it there. Same over there, always bottom first. It's stapled, just so it stays up. I mean, it's self-stick. I didn't want to put any on here because we have our seal, our Doorsill pan here, so that's going to sit there. We'll obviously put more tape. I'll probably even tape that, or I'll glue it under here so it won't go anywhere. This is all glued down. You glue this down. I'll probably do the video of the actual seal pan install. Alright, so take one of the corners. I'm actually going to glue it down first. Use my clamps. What the clamp's going to do is it's actually going to hold it against our stud here. And this metal bracket can actually hold it down. The actual instructions say nothing about gluing this piece down, but I'm going to glue it down anyways. And again, I use polyurethane. Sherwin-Williams. Let me tell you, this stuff is so hard to squeeze out of this tube. I was using 2 hands earlier. Says we want at least 2 inches of overlap, and we have 3.5. So what do we got here? 40 and 3/8. We'll go 40 and 1/4. Get out our nice construction pencil. I think it's Pica or Pica, I don't know. I call it a Pica. Go. Check it. Measure twice, cut once. And we got some 10 snips, just 10 snip away. Take off the burr. PVC cement brush. And it says PVC cement only. We're not using a primer. I've seen people use a primer. I don't know if that's a different product, but this one comes with the glue. And it says PVC cement only, so that is only PVC. Remember, we're going to be doing this side as well. Do both sides. Don't get your glue if you're going to glue it. Keep lined up. You want to hold down the glued spots, the PVC glue. Extra precaution for me. going to fill the seam. Alright, so let's look at it. Pretty good. Extra sealant. I don't know, I just felt like doing that. Makes me a little more happy that it's done. As you can see, it's tilting out, which is exactly what I wanted. Because we don't want water sitting inside here, we want it to drain out. We're going to do one side of the door flashing. I measured it all the way up to the top of the roughen. Start at the bottom, go as far as you want to the inside. Went all the way up to the top. Some of these you actually have to roll. I don't think this one you do, but I'm going to. Now I'm going to pull it over. At the top, we are going under the tar paper and flashing that's already there. As you can see, at the top, it's going underneath of it. Let me see. It's going underneath. We'll fold it over, fold it over. I'm gonna get another piece and do the window. There's no paper, which is okay because we're using the flashing. It'll be the exact same thing, but better. So here's the next piece. Ran it all the way up. You can see I cut it at the edge because I didn't want to wrap it around here. With the seal pan, the roofing and everything, the roughing is getting really small, so you gotta pay attention to that. Depending on your scenario, the roofing's like 60 mil, then you have all these other seal pan and the flashing, and then also it starts adding up and you lose a ½ an inch in no time, and that's what I'm getting at now. So I didn't actually wrap this way, which is fine because we have an overlap here. So it's overlapped already 2 inches. Windows done too. The top fold over. And always make sure you hammer in all your nails and staples. You don't want no staples or nail or brad nail sticking through. So we know we got it. Seal pan, flashing all the way up. Another flashing all the way up. I mean, unless you have big enough flashing to go over the whole thing, that's fine. Usually there's paper here, but since I didn't have the paper because it's all torn out, I just wrapped this. Because if you had the paper here within a couple of inches, like here, we could have just wrapped from here and just covered the paper, and that would have been perfect. But seal pan, always start from the bottom and go up. So the very last part would have been the seal pan, the flashing, and then the top.